Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Let's get on into the show, honey, because I got to move it along. I had a dentist appointment this morning to get to, so I got to be on time. But thank y'all for being here. Good morning, Rose. Thanks for being here, dear. And everyone else coming in. I know they're about to come flooding in here in a second. I know they're about to come flooding in. We're going to go ahead and get started, though, because I got to get moving. I got an early morning appointment. Shout out to everyone in the chat, in the bushes, everywhere coming in. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get into the first topic. You guys know politics is first. That's where we'll begin. All right. Hey, everybody, everyone coming in. Hello, good morning. Hello and hello. All right. I don't have time to individually speak to everyone, but you guys know I love y'all down. Thank y'all for coming and supporting. All right. I gotta get the show on the road, because I got an early morning appointment I got to get to. So we got to be in and out. All right. Let's get into it. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Let's get into this Jasmine Crockett news. Jasmine Crockett calls out House Republicans and said that you only love law enforcement when they're going after Black, brown, and immigrants. See, she's going to always tell the truth. And that's why we love her over here on this channel. Let's go ahead and get into what Jasmine Crockett had to say. Good morning to everyone coming in. I see you guys. Thanks for being here. I see you, Tiffany. I see you in the building. Thanks for being here.
Care about following the rules so long as you can invoke those rules on what is typically perceived as your political enemies. This is why we are falling apart in this country. We are supposed to be about checks and balances. It should not matter whether or not you're associated with the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, independent, or whomever, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're middle class, whether you're Black, immigrant, or whatever. But it seems like we only have a political agenda in this committee, and that's why everything goes off the rails. You only love law enforcement when they're going after Black, brown, immigrants, that kind of folk, right? But on January 6th, you didn't care about law enforcement because they still don't have their plaques up. We continue to do the right thing and say, yes, apply the rules equally across the board. And then y'all play in our faces and you only apply it to one side. You only care about following the rules so long as you can invoke those rules on what is typically perceived as your political enemies. This is why we are falling apart in this country. We are supposed to be about checks and balances. It should not matter whether or not you're associated with the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, independent, or whomever, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're middle class, whether you're Black, immigrant, or whatever. But it seems like we only have a political agenda in this committee, and that's why everything goes off the rails. You only love law enforcement when they're going after Black, brown, immigrants, that kind of folk, right? But on January 6th, you didn't care about law enforcement because they still don't have their plaques up. We continue to do the right thing and say, yes, apply the rules equally across the board.
I agree, right? It's really starting to get to be too much. We kind of hinted on this yesterday where ICE and other law enforcement, not just ICE, but law enforcement in general, they're also targeting Black and brown people as well since Trump took office, because they know that they're not going to be held accountable. He says already that he was going to get them off on any charges because they're doing their jobs. I don't feel like you just out here unaliving people because you know you're going to get off of a charge is definitely direction that you need to take as related to that, because law enforcement's job is to protect and serve. So when do you start protecting versus serving ass whoopings on the Black and brown people, right? It's to the point now, when it gets to the point where you cannot trust law enforcement, or where people don't want to call law enforcement because they are scared that their lives may be taken or the situation may flip and they become the person of interest versus the victim, that's a problem, right? A lot of our young people don't trust the police. A lot of Black people don't trust the police because of how things have played out when Trump has taken office, because he has definitely said it out loud that he will get them off if they find themselves in any type of situation that may have them locked up. He's gonna get them out because they're doing their job. Never mind them beating someone to death or anything like that. He don't give a damn. He's like, hey, as long as I'm in office, they're gonna be out, right? They ain't getting no charges. So shout out to Jasmine Crockett for speaking up, as we always love. Let's get into our regular topics. We only have one political topic. Let's get into Larsa Pippins, who used to be married to Scottie Pippins. All right, she's been passed around quite a bit, like the Kardashians. But she has a lot to say. Larsa Pippins is sitting down with Jason Lee. And she talks about dating Marcus Jordan, which is the son of Michael Jordan, who she used to babysit, coincidentally, right? That's weird. I always say that's so weird. How do you go from babysitting someone when they were a child to then when they grow up and become a young man, you turn around and date this person? Is that not like breaking some type of code or something? At that point, you're family. You can't be my nanny and then turn around and date me, right? She also weighs in on him allegedly dating Nicole Murphy, who's also another pass around, they say, in the industry, who allegedly dated his dad, Michael Jordan. So it's like the whole revolving door of thoughtism as related to these damn celebrities. More so Larsa Pippins, because she's been around, okay? She's been with rapper Future and everybody, child. But let's get into what they had to say.
Ex Marcus Jordan is allegedly dating Nicole Murphy.
I have no idea.
Who Michael Jordan allegedly cheated on his wife with. Ain't that messy? But I wonder.
I don't know. I don't keep up with my exes. I feel like when you jump off the vessel, it's just good luck. I hope you can swim. I don't care.
Most of these guys idolize Michael Jordan. They just can't understand how you ended up with his son Marcus Jordan when Michael Jordan was on Scottie Pippen. Do you think that's what it is? Like this is their idol that they're.
Listen, do you ever go out and you meet a guy?
Yes.
And he likes you and he chases you around for years.
Well, I don't have that problem. Sorry,
okay,
Larsa,
for years chases you around.
Yeah.
And just catches you a weekend where he's like, I want to come to Miami and hang out with you. And you're like, come. And then we hang out and we started liking each other.
Now, enters Jason the friend with advice.
Don't do it. I learned from it. I grew from it.
Larsa, I called you. I said, take my hand.
You did.
We are going to walk away from this. And you were like, you were clear. No.
Then I realized you were right.
But did you know about the cocaine habit before you moved on?
No, we're not talking about that because I didn't know.
Because he does have that habit, girl. Y'all remember Marcus Jordan drove his was it Lamborghini on the railroad tracks and got stuck and called the police for help and didn't realize he had that good cocaine in the damn car and they arrested his ass and in his pocket. Did y'all remember that? I said this mother sucker was so damn high he didn't know he had the drugs upon him and then called the police for help and they done came there and frisked his ass and locked him up for having the drug on him. That's weird. You get your car off the railroad, but what about this cocaine in your pocket right here? That's the dumbest shit ever. How you call the police for help and you got the substance upon you, right? Just dumb as hell. But this thing right here, you already knew who Marcus Jordan was because you, like I said, babysat him. So if he's calling you talking about he want to spend time with you, you should automatically shut that down, being that, hello, he's Michael Jordan's son. You babysat him, you changed your diapers, like you're that much older than him. So at the end of the day, it was inappropriate, Larsa. And then to put, y'all remember that I covered it. I covered here on my channel. But I didn't know that Nicole Murphy was one of the women to mess around with Michael Jordan while he was married to Juanita Jordan. I didn't know that. Now this is tea this morning. Okay, this is tea. But y'all know Nicole Murphy is known for messing with other women's husbands because she did it to Layla Rashawn, right? She did it to Layla Rashawn for her husband, who is a producer of some sort. They were off in Paris and some pictures got leaked where Layla Rashawn, child from Waiting to Exhale, her husband was out of the country on work, and Nicole Murphy flew her ass over to where he was and was SCXing him and doing some inappropriate things with Layla Rashawn's husband. Layla Rashawn decided to stay with her husband, but Nicole Murphy, you were wrong for that, okay? But then she was trying to say, oh, he told me he was separated. Again, separation is not divorce, love, okay? I don't think anyone under the sun did not know that Layla Rashawn and her husband were still married and husband and wife, okay? They have a very public relationship. They've been married for years. Okay, they've been married for years. But Nicole Murphy, you have a history, love, of messing with other people's men. I think Lisa Ray was saying that she don't fuck with Nicole Murphy because she was messing with her man or trying to mess with her man when she was with him. Like, girl, you just do too much. You do a lot of dick hopping. You do. So let's see
anything about that. We can't talk about that because I wasn't privy to that. I didn't know all that.
So when you saw the cocaine, though, did you go, I'm glad?
Jason.
If I would have caught you coming out of trap house with him, Larsa, I would have put all your kids in
Jason, I don't even
the trap house
drink like that.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you don't do drugs
like that.
You barely can stay up till 1 a.m. now.
I don't even get down like that.
Girl, you do get down in every kind of way. Okay. How the hell you leave How the hell you leave what's the child name? Scottie Pippins, okay? You know all that money he got? It ain't always about money. But you guys have history. Y'all been together for years. Scottie literally changed your life, okay? Like who you we didn't know who the fuck you were before Scottie married you and wifed you up and you guys had kids together, made a family. Like Scottie is like NBA royalty, right? But then you started sneaking and messing around with rapper Future, and he was just like, I ain't about to be with her ass no more because you just seemed like you were trying to be a thought monster. And I get it why he decided to divorce your ass, but after that, you just been passed around to so many people, and it's just not a good look for you. But shout out to Scottie for making the right decision because Larsa is trash. Yes, I said it right here on my show. You're trash, girl. That wet stuff at the bottom of the dumpster, that's you. Let's move along. All right, so I've been telling you guys to somebody say what? Yes, honey, Miss E. Parker. Yes, ma'am. I got Scottie Pippins out here looking like Chester Cheetah now after you don't left his ass. He don't got them damn braids, and he looking like Chester Cheetah running around here mad as a mother sucker how Larsa did him. And she tried to come for his NBA pension too. I was like, so you cheat on him and then you try to spin the block and get his pension? Girl, sit down. All right, so shout out to the neighborhood talk. All right, so imagine, and I've been telling you guys to watch out when you're on Facebook, shopping on Facebook, okay? Because you have some fraudulent people out there, one of which is this person here on my screen. Now, Kansas City man faces up to 98 years in prison on felony fraud charges after police say he sold his car to 8 different people on Facebook, okay? Then sold it back each time. So you sold the car, then stole the car from the person that you sold it to, and then went and sold it to somebody else, right? I told y'all, you better stay off Facebook shopping because not everybody, is on the up and up. They have people who rob you where you go in and say, oh, let me buy such and such item from this person. And then when you go and pick it up, they pull a pow on you and they rob you and you don't get your stuff, right? Y'all better go on Walmart. See, it's Walmart, Target, and all these other places you can shop where you get a good receipt just in case something go wrong with your item. I know people try to get stuff on the low because everybody's money ain't, where they want it to be. Everybody like a little discount. If you can find a nice little deal somewhere, great. But you have to be very, very careful when you shopping on Facebook Marketplace because there's a lot of fraudulent, crazy people on there, okay? A lot of criminals on Facebook Market. What is it? Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, I think it is. Let's get into it. A Kansas City man is behind bars after police say that he sold the same vehicle to 8 different people and stole that vehicle back each time. Now, 24-year-old, what is that? Mamadou Diallo. Mamadou child is accused of running a Facebook Marketplace scheme and is now facing multiple felony fraud charges. Child with a name like Mamadou. According to investigators, between May and June of 2025, Diallo, which is Mamadou child, allegedly defrauded at least 8 buyers out of $24,000. Police say after completing the sales in person, the buyers would report their vehicles stolen shortly thereafter. When detectives interviewed Diallo, he denied buying or selling the vehicles on the platform, according to police. He probably put a tracking device on that car. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. He probably put a tracking device on the car so he would know where the car was. So when he sold the car, he knew where to go to get this car from to steal it back, to sell it to somebody else. Right. I watch enough crime shows to know how this shit works. But as of now, Diallo faces 14 felony charges, including 6 counts of first-degree tampering with a motor vehicle and 8 counts of forgery. Now, he is currently being held on a $30,000 cash-only bond while awaiting trial. If convicted on all 14 counts, he could face up to 98 years in prison over a car. Sir, you should just let them keep that car. But he had a nice little come up. He was able to make a nice little bag, $24K off the same car. But look what it cost you, right? You about to spend the rest of your good years in jail. But what do you think about that? Stay off Facebook Marketplace because it's dangerous, okay? If you've ever bought anything off there and nothing happened to you, great. I wouldn't go back because it's so many rumors about things happening to people on Facebook Marketplace. I've heard of people getting robbed, and that's just not good, right? You don't pull up and go and get your items, and people see you pulling out your money and stuff, and they rob you and keep your money and the product. That's what's happening, okay? So heads up, stay off Facebook Marketplace. It's not safe. A lot of fraudulent, scamming ass people be hanging out on there looking to get somebody. So don't get got, honey, okay? Don't get got. Let's move on. Shout out to the 120 watching me. I hope we got 120 likes, right? Thank y'all for being here. Shout out to the Real News Just Facts. We got some more people out here defrauding the government on some RICO schemes out here, honey. Let's get into it. Former head of program to help low-income people with housing pleads guilty to RICO schemes, honey. Let's get into it. That's DeKalb County in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's read up. It was a series of guilty pleas in DeKalb County Court in the elaborate scheme designed to steal tax dollars intended to help low-income Georgians find housing. Now, prosecutors say that the former director of statewide housing agency was the ringleader. Why would y'all do that? Sean Williams ran the Georgia Housing Assistance Division, which provides housing and urban development money to help low-income Georgians get a home. Let's get into this, child.
All 4 people charged in this RICO case have now pleaded guilty, including the woman who ran that state housing office.
I am going to sentence you to 20 years to serve 3 years in custody.
Corey Alston attended his sentencing in this DeKalb County courthouse by Zoom because he's turning himself into federal authorities in Florida this week to serve time on other fraud charges. Quentin Tate was here in court to enter his guilty plea. All 4 of the people indicted more than 2 years ago for stealing HUD dollars from Georgia's Housing Assistance Division by funneling contracts to fake companies have now pleaded guilty in this case. DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says fraud with public tax dollars won't be tolerated.
To use that type of project as a cover to steal money from taxpayers, from citizens, is the worst kind of fraud and abuse.
Sean Williams was the director of Georgia's Housing Assistance Division. Back in 2023, she denied any wrongdoing when I spoke to her about the RICO charges.
Very serious charges claiming you're using tax dollars for your own gain.
I agree, and was not.
But in her guilty plea, Williams was ordered to pay $104,000 in restitution, sentenced to 15 years probation, and barred from government work or any work with access to public funds. The RICO scheme diverted money intended to help Georgians in need obtain housing to fake building cleaning and computer software contracts.
What happens when that money is not used for the appropriate purposes is people suffer immediately, but secondarily, it means that people aren't going to trust those agencies to give that money for its legitimate purposes.
One of the 14 unindicted co-conspirators even allegedly said in a phone conversation that they should, quote, plan to replicate the fraud many times to other people and other departments across Georgia's state government. All 4 people charged in this RICO case have now pleaded guilty, including the woman who ran that state housing office.
I am going to.
That's crazy, right? Think about all the people who suffered, who were waiting for any type of help through the government. These people right here just out doing what the hell they wanted to do and putting the money wherever they wanted to put it to. And then the people who are waiting, you know, sometimes when you're on government assistance and stuff like that, it takes time for them to approve applications and stuff like that. So while you're waiting, it could have already been approved and money was already set for them to be getting whatever they needed in order to do what they needed to do. And they're not getting it because people who are over said departments are using the money for their own personal gain towards other things. So as you guys can see, of course, with all 4 of them in on this, it will be considered RICO. Okay. But fraud, child, especially when you do that with the government, they're going to catch you because this little thing called, and we do this all the time, even with my job, I work in fraud as well. So I can pick it up just like that because I've done it for so long, 24 years, honey. We're on it, right? You can't tell me shit and I'll be like, yeah, that don't sound right. I have a trained eye and ear for that type of thing. You cannot pull one over me because I just know when something don't seem right, don't hit right. But in this situation right here, when you're defrauding the government, you cannot get by with it, baby. You just cannot get by with it. You cannot get by doing that because they're going to catch your ass. All right. That go for anybody. If you think just because you got to wait today, you might have got to wait like a whole year. But trust me, they're going to go back and pull records and they're going to see, okay, something don't look right here. Let's look at this right here. And by the time they investigate it and run them numbers again, baby, you're going to be looking crazy. They're going to get that knock on the door. I said the same thing about the PPP loans. They're still arresting people for the PPP loan fraud. Did y'all know that? Oh, you're going to get caught. You're going to absolutely get caught. Anything federal, we already know that. That's 10, 15 years and above. So who got time to be sitting in prison that long for over something? You know, if you're having that much of a financial dire need for more money, then get a second job or a side hustle. Like, it's not worth it to play with the government or the IRS money like that. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby, because by the time they spend the block on your ass, it's not worth it. I don't want to see nobody sitting in jail that long. Just get your little side hustle, a legit side hustle too. Let's make sure we say that. And child, I keep telling you, tap into your gifts. Everybody got a gift. If you could make some candy apples, like you make a lot of money from doing it. I keep telling people. I saw a lady online, baby, where she's making a nice coins. All right, on my Facebook, she's and I actually know this person. She started a business where she does with the candy apples, like the dip candy apples, the caramel apples as well. She does also the strawberries. Okay. The chocolate covered strawberries and stuff like that. And she make a nice bag, especially for like weddings and events, birthdays. Baby, tap into your gift. Everybody has a gift. If you can cook real good, start your little catering business. Okay. Yeah. It's plenty of ways that you can make money. If you can sew, fix you get you an alterations company where you alter people's clothes. You know, sometimes people like to get their pants, you know, altered, or wedding dresses and things like that. That spent a lot of money on that. I remember way back when I got married, I had to get my wedding dress altered a bit, and I paid a nice little bag for that too. But yeah, it's plenty of ways that you can make money. Just don't mess with these people's money, child, the government, because baby, when they do audits, that's why they run constant audits to make sure that everything is running in the way that they should. We do a lot of audits on my job as well, and people don't get caught. Like, get caught. So let's get into this next topic. We've been talking about Chrisean Jr. Okay, we were talking about Chrisean Jr. Let's get into him because he appears to be after Chrisean. I told y'all yesterday that Chrisean, y'all saw where, shout out to Sean Davy Way. He has a petition out on Chrisean. He also called a news station to report her and a lot of things that was going on that should not be going on. Talking about how Chrisean Jr. be laying on the floor and all of that. So Chrisean is sitting back watching this. People are taking things back to her. So now she's videoing Chrisean Jr. where she's gotten him a playpen, and y'all know she is practicing and training to do this little boxing thing that she's been signed up to do. So she now has a playpen for him. And he appears to be pulling up. Now, we've seen this already when he was with Blueface after Blueface got out of jail, where he was pulling up on his own. I was like, oh, okay. We never seen him do that, right? So I wasn't really surprised when I saw that, but I am happy to see that he is still doing that, because that's really just strengthening his legs for him to be able to walk. He definitely needs some therapy. But let's take a look at this, because this was refreshing to see. She is trying, you know, I think she's doing just enough for CPS to stay off her ass. That's what it is, all right? Because everybody's it's been so many calls, and I think she knows that CPS is like watching. And as much as she goes live, like, she can't be seen with the baby on the floor and all these things that she was doing. So she's really trying to correct some of the things that people are calling her out for. And this is one of those things. All right, let's get into it. She doesn't have him in the stroller. Well, so let's get into it.
Hey, little man. Ow. I like the outfit. I like the outfit. And say, Coach, we wearing black. They don't know. We wearing black. Hey, little man. Ow. I like the outfit. I like the outfit. And say, Coach, we wearing black. They don't know. We wearing black.
See, so she's got to video him now. Like, see, he's not on the floor. I'm at the gym, but he's not on the floor. I got him a playpen now, right? So she's doing that for the people who's reporting her. There have been 50,000 calls. I told y'all yesterday, there's been up to 50,000 calls made to CPS in the DMV area, which is where she is currently. And she's really trying to stay on top of that, because I think they may be looking for her. They may be looking for her to question her, or to maybe check the baby out. I don't know. But according to Sean Davy Way, and shout out to him again, he's on her ass. He is on her ass about this baby. So shout out to him for doing his due diligence, for putting the petition together. I put it up yesterday. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can. Let's stop sharing. I'll drop the link again in the chat for those of you that want to check it out and go over and sign it if you want to, or leave a comment. I don't know. It's been several calls. They said up to 50,000 calls they've received about Chrisean Rock for CPS for this baby. So Lord have mercy, right? Lord have mercy. I want the best for him. I really do. It makes me sad to see him in situations like that. So, but let's continue on. You guys know rapper The Game has a baby with, or had a baby with Evelyn Lozada's daughter, Shanice. She's sitting up interviewing him, and I saw this. I started watching some of this. I don't want to watch it all because I don't care that much, But she's you could tell she's still hurt behind a relationship that she thought was going to be a solid relationship with him. I don't know why she thought that, because he don't stay with nobody. Like he's a hit it and quit it type of dude, right? So I was really shocked when I heard that she had a baby by him, because Shanice is friends with the game's baby mama, okay? And they've been friends for years. Like, she's supposed to be like an auntie of some sort to her. So it was weird to me that you would go and have a baby with the game. I just didn't understand it. Tiffany, which is his baby mother, Tiffany is really close friends with Evelyn Lozada, and she knows Shanice because she was kind of like a godmother to her. So it's weird that you would go and have a baby with the game and then think that your relationship with him was going to be a solid relationship where y'all were probably going to be thinking marriage or something like that. Child, no, he is not on that. The game publicly said that he has been with all the Kardashian sisters. It wouldn't surprise me if he'd been with Kris Jenner either, but he publicly said he's been with all of the Kardashian sisters, like sexually. So why would you think that this is the person that you want to lay down and have a baby with, when he's been connected to a lot of girls in the industry, and you're just no different. You a pass around too, low key. She's real quiet with hers though, but you are Evelyn's daughter, child, so we don't expect anything else. But let's get into this, because she appears, you can tell it in her voice that she's still kind of hurt by their breakup, and now she's a single mama with his baby. Cute baby. The baby's very cute. But at the end of the day, it's just weird that you would think anything different, or that you would expect anything more from rapper the game. Let's get into it.
Thank you for saying that you didn't give me enough grace, because I do agree with you. And I think a lot of my anger came from you not delivering what the expectations were.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that there. But I think that I had to learn how to, when I'm done with someone, I'm done with them. And because you share a child, you can't necessarily be done with them.
Yeah.
So I think I had to learn how to wrap my mind around the fact that, like, this is for life.
Pretty much.
Because otherwise I would have been like, you know, would we be sitting here today if we didn't have Blaze? Well, thank you for saying that you didn't give me enough grace, because I do agree with you.
I mean, yeah, girl. I mean, you should have known that prior too. If you have a baby with someone, yeah, that is kind of for life. Y'all, even though they grow up and become adults, there's certain things, like if something happens, you still have to communicate with said parent. That person's going to technically be in your life for the rest of your life, and you have to figure out how to co-parent amicably and not be holding on to personal feelings with that person. But then again, going into this, Shanice, you knew who the game was. You've seen that this boy have been with everyone, right? Like, so why did you think that you coming in there that your WAP was going to change him and make him be any different, right? Now, sometimes a good woman can kind of change a man to be a different person, but he still will have those underlying things going on there. But with you, Shanice, you are no different from your mother. I'm just be honest. Shanice is no different than Evelyn. And I feel like Evelyn have taught her ways in terms of how to seek out these guys in the industry with money and be able to secure who she is in her spot. But my thing is, baby, why the different expectations? You say, I expected different from you. Why? That's the game, baby. That's the game. I mean, look at his name, the game. Shit. Why would you think any different? Now you sit up here with your voice cracking on your little podcast, trying to interview him and let him know and the world know that you are still hurt by your situation and your choices as related to him. Girl, raise this child. Allow him to be a parent. He's a great father to his other kids. So I would hope he's a great father to yours. But girl, you had a baby by the game. Girl, bye. I want to have sympathy for her, but I can't. I cannot, girl, because you knew what was coming. You know what was going on coming into this situation with him. Like, it's a child, girl. It's a child. Moving on. Evelyn Lozada Jr. No, ma'am. Okay. Let's continue on with y'all favorite person who always online eating. I told y'all she cannot go live without coming on here with a mouthful of food eating. That's so annoying. Again, girl, go eat your food and then go live. Okay. She is, you supposed to be boxing, like you got your boxing match is coming up, what, February 22nd, I think it is. I hope you don't get your head knocked off, because this girl that you fighting, she got hands. I told you. I'll definitely be watching this fight because I love boxing, anything related to boxing. But Clarissa is still trying to convince people about papoose, and people saying she is special ed. She always likes to talk about her bank account whenever, or like to talk about her bank account when people try to check her on things she needs to change and tell her she ain't all that. Well, my bank account is, well, you should have money, girl. You a boxer, right? You a boxer. You should have a little coin to punch you. But let's get into her. She's so annoying. Shout out to J Views Day.
I don't know.
But truth of the matter being, he do be upstairs, just like right now. He's in the room. So I don't know what y'all mean by that, but he'd be like, we got this thing together all the time. And sometimes when we're not together, he's handling business, which we all have business to handle. But I don't know. It's like, that's not something I find offensive. But let me know. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Let me know if some of y'all are trying to be offensive when you say it, so I know how to respond, even in person. Because I laugh it off. I think it's funny that people take what I say and repeat it like they are huge fans of me, which I appreciate. But if you're doing it to try to be like, oh, like,
do y'all not ever eat dinner together? Why is he always upstairs when you're eating? Like, do y'all not sit down at the table together and talk about your day? Like, that's what I do. I talk about my day. How was your day? You know, have a whole conversation. Look at the person that you're supposed to be in a relationship with. Y'all don't ever eat together, I notice. He's always upstairs when you're eating and you take him a plate upstairs. Does he not want to look at you? Like, what is it? Why is Pap always upstairs and you sitting downstairs on live entertaining us versus entertaining him? I don't understand.
Like trying to be funny or trying to troll me? Let me know. Let me know. Because either way, it's cool. But just know that when you, especially for in person, if you say that and you're trying to be like funny, I'm definitely going to put you in your place. For sure. But if you're trying to be like, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all. But today we did we worked out really, really hard for one. And to get out the way. Always gonna work hard. Today was 2 a day. It was crazy. Somebody said I need an accountant. I have one.
Why are you putting all that food in your mouth too? You eat like a dog. Why you eat like a Rottweiler? Damn.
Finances, very good. Nobody can rob me or get down on me. Only one that got access to my bank account is Clarissa Shields. Amen to that, huh? Amen. I don't know. But true.
Did we need to know that though? Pat, can you come downstairs and tell your shared girlfriend, okay, to get the hell offline and eat her food and stop talking to us with all this damn food in her mouth, all right? You eat like a man. Look at that food on your fork. Like, that's too much, right? Like, even with that much food you put in your mouth, you still talking. And we don't really care to hear what you're saying, Clarissa Shields. Like, we don't care what's in your bank account. We don't care. She had to clear that up and say the only person that has access to her bank account is Clarissa Shields. Papoose has access to your account, too, because you're paying for his rental car, sis, or his leased car, so he can ride around and look rich, right? He has access to your account because those chains around his neck you're said to be paying for, okay? Because Remy said he don't have shit going on. He don't really have no income like that coming in. So yeah, you are taking care of him. He has access to that account, I'm sure. While he's upstairs, let's go ahead and get into why he's upstairs. Because this person here get ready to tell you why he upstairs. So while you downstairs talking to us, he upstairs talking to Remy. Ooh, did I tell it? Let's get into it, girl. While you downstairs talking to us and telling us about your account and whatnot. Pep is upstairs talking to Remy, telling her she's still pretty and whatnot. Let's get it. Shout out to Media House 1234.
Also, I woke up this morning. I got on no makeup, no nothing. My husband's like, you know what? You're really pretty. So I'm like, what? Typical Bronx chick, right? What? He like, nah, I'm like, you need to work on your attitude. So I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean work on my attitude? He's like, your attitude blocks your beauty. He's like, when you're being mean and nasty and your attitude is how your attitude is, it's like a brick wall. But when you're being nice, it's like a brick wall is removed and I can see all your beauty. Like, bruh, all you have to do is say I look cute today. Like, you don't have to do all that. You didn't have to make this whole philosophy.
Is that a little blushy blush right there by Remy Ma? She said the Papoose telling her she's so pretty, but your attitude sometimes don't make you look so pretty. So Clarissa, while you downstairs eating like a Rottweiler, Pat's upstairs telling Remy that she's so pretty and whatnot. She said, my husband. See, you can't say that, Clarissa. You can't say my husband, girl. Child.
See, okay? Say I look cute this morning. Just say I'm glowing this morning, okay? I scrub my face, nice and shiny, it's clean. Just say that. All right?
Now, let's not forget now, around Christmas time, see, Pat playing the shit out of you, Clarissa, over there. That's why you be upstairs in the dark texting, sneaking and texting Remy and shit, while you over there talking junk, trying to check people online, looking dumb as hell. That nigga upstairs talking to Remy, telling her she cute. He FaceTiming her, because how else he gonna tell her she pretty today, unless he's seeing her, right? So he over there FaceTiming Remy, telling her she cute and whatnot. This girl said, my husband told me I was cute and whatever, but I need to work on my attitude a little bit because it's starting to get annoying. Now, y'all know he spent Christmas with her. I told y'all, right? Now, he done spent Clarissa money. That's what the people said. On Remy, this cute little white-looking chinchilla a jacket up over there for Christmas. Now, he done told Remy, now I'm going to go, not Remy, but Clarissa, now I'm going to spend Christmas with my family, then I got you after that. Now, I told y'all, when a man ain't really available like that, make the holidays he spend with the real one, right? The real one. Ain't what he do? That's what they do, child. The dude, if he juggling two women, if you're not the main chick, just know you don't get Christmas. You get the day after, right? You don't get Thanksgiving. You get the day after. You got to eat leftovers with your man. You got to put your turkey in the microwave. See, he get it. You gonna get the turkey out the oven. The side piece got to put her turkey in the microwave, right? That means leftovers, girl. But anywho, so Remy is saying it out loud that Papoose ain't really papoosing over there. That he is still like telling her sweet nothings, the same shit he telling Clarissa. So Clarissa, how do you explain this? And this shit recent. I don't know about in my comments about that's old. This is not old. Papoose playing the shit out of you, girl.
Hold on. Love has truly been good to me.
Yes, he is, girl. He is good to you.
Not even one Saturday or minute have I had since you come my way.
Girl, and she blessing it, smiling. Like he been over there smashing or something. That's a smashing smile. That's a smashing smile. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. What do y'all think about what she's saying?
I hope you know.
Only some good pee have you singing in the car like that. I've been there a few times. Yeah, I've been there. Knock your whole bun off, girl. I had my bun knocked off a few times.
I gladly go.
I ain't seen Clarissa singing like this. I ain't seen you sing like this, Clarissa. But you girl, you sing like that. You said Pam upstairs. That's you over there eating, girl. That Pam upstairs. You down there eating like a Rottweiler. Pam like stay down there eating. So let me go. So Remy, girl, let me tell you, you look real good today, but your attitude be like real fucked up sometimes. You work on your attitude because I'm about to come over there anyway, right? He be telling her, girl, you look good today, but your attitude just be kind of fucked up a little bit, you know. Every fucked up just like a little bit. Rip over there singing in the car and shit. You down there eating like a pit bull. That's you over there. Sing, girl, sing.
It's so amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon.
Girl. Oh, follow him. Yes, girl, follow him. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Ooh, yeah, honey. So she said Papoose been talking to her, y'all. So could Remy and Papoose, this is just me, you know, hypothetically, this is a hypothetical. Could they be playing the shit out of Clarissa in the background? Could he be over there just getting as much money as he can so he can go on back home to Remy? Because Remy got money too, all right? She just got a new network that she just signed up for, and I hear it's doing very well, okay? She got some reality shows and stuff coming out. She's doing pretty good over there, okay? Remy doing pretty good for herself. But could they be seeing each other and reconciling behind the scenes, which is why they haven't finalized this divorce yet? Because, you know, Clarissa over there talking about this year she's trying to have a baby by Pat on a son. Then she start eating again. But could he be behind the scenes working things out with Remy Ma is my thing, right? You know, we get to sing when a man got you singing like that, girl. He over there laying pipe, girl. That's what it sounds like. He laying pipe. Now, you done been together for Christmas and all of that. He buying you coats and shit. Now, you showing up at his house. Are you showing up at his house with just that chinchilla on and nothing underneath? That's my question. I don't want to see it or nothing. I'm just asking. Ooh, Remy and Papoose trying to work things out, and Clarissa don't know it yet. Well, you know now if you watch my channel. So she'll be on live again, barking today and eating. She'll be barking and eating again today. Okay, after she see my video. Sorry to put that news out there for you girls, but that's a recent video where Remy said that Papoose been calling her girl, and he been telling her she cute and all that. Well, let me find out. He trying to get that old thing back. Let me find out. I would love to see them work it out because I mean, they do have history. Like that's all we've ever known, right? Papoose and Remy. Even though they talk all that shit online, I said nothing makes a person know that you really care about them like that than you going back and forth with a person. Like he say something, you say something. He go live, you go live. That little banter, because when you don't care about a dude no more or a person no more, you don't go back and forth with him. You like, fuck that nigga. Let him say whatever he want to say. Nigga ain't going back and forth with you. But you over there saying Luther Vandross? You doing the ad libs? Nigga got you doing ad libs in the car while you driving, bitch. Y'all about to be back together. I just know it. Oh, let me point my hand y'all way like in church. Oh, Lord, let them get back together, okay? So like Clarissa Shields can be humble, Lord, so that she can see that she effed up out here messing with a married man and getting into a situation she shouldn't have been in because Papoose heart is still over there with Remy, Lord, all right? In your name we pray, Lord. In Jesus' name, oh, Lord, it's already done. All right, so let's move on, honey. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. We're going to stay on this situation just very, very short. All right, so Stephon Diggs, everybody baby daddy. Stephon Diggs, aka everybody's baby daddy out here, okay? So I told y'all yesterday, the girl named Lord Giselle, she drops her child support order, not because the baby is not Stephon Diggs, all right? Because I had to do a little more digging, and this right here dropped. So he is the father of this child, and what happened is that they decided behind the scenes to settle it out of court, right? They don't want the white people in their business. That's pretty much what they're saying. She ain't trying to take him to child support court. It sounds like the check cleared, right? So he is the father of this baby, which makes it this many. 5. So you've had 5 kids in 2025. Okay, because we in 2026 now. For those of y'all spaceship just landed. But so it says the Stephon Diggs has one less lawsuit to worry about. According to US Weekly, his newly confirmed baby mother, Aileen LaPera, has dropped the paternity and child support lawsuit after it was confirmed that he is the child's father. Okay, cute baby. He makes some pretty babies. Okay, I got to give him that. Now, on Tuesday, January 20th, LaPera filed a motion requesting the dismissal of the case, stating the matter has been resolved. That means the check cleared, right? If you recall, LaPera initially filed a lawsuit on December 2024, claiming she welcomed a child with Diggs earlier that year on April the 2nd. She claimed that they conceived their daughter in California and asked the courts to legally establish Diggs as the child's father. After nearly a year in court, Diggs' paternity was confirmed in November 2025 after he requested a genetic testing to prove his relation to the child. I ain't giving you shit to this paperwork coming back. All right, so it said that we are hopeful that he will meaningfully contribute to the child's life and co-parent with our client, who has had to do everything on her own thus far. So I respect that he did not want to give any financial assistance until it came back that the child was indeed his. All right, that's the noble thing to do. You don't want to have attachments if the child is not yours. If she's been out here thought shopping and walk dropping with somebody else, and then someone else is the father, and you don't paid up all this money, right? So that part I get, because you got a lot of chicks out here who be knowing who the baby daddy is, but because this one over here is doing so well, he's in the NFL and making a nice little bag, and she knows she can get some coin, then she be like, oh, he the baby daddy. When you know Junebug over here that don't do nothing but play PlayStation all day with his Timberlands on and his wife be on all damn day until the PlayStation be burning hot, girl, about to blow up because he ain't got no job or whatever. But he come over there and crack your back real good and then get back on the PlayStation. He ain't doing shit with his life. He ain't got no money to contribute. But over here, Stephon, he over here just like making, a nice little bag, even though he ain't shit either, right? So it said the details surrounding the agreement remain unknown. Okay, agreement. You hear that word? But LaPera previously requested primary custody while Diggs responded in court filing seeking joint physical custody, because who does that for a child that ain't theirs? So it appears that he is the father of her child. We talked about it yesterday. I was like, why she drop it? Could it be that he's not the father? But it has been established that he is the child's father, but they decided to settle things off the record, meaning, no court shit. Okay, we don't want that. I'm gonna give you X amount of money per month for the child, for child support, and that's what your ass gonna get. All right, we down there putting the white people in our business. So he is a father, so that makes 5 children in 2025. All right, so Cardi, I'm sorry, girl, that you got to share with all these baby mamas, girl. I'm sorry. But moving right along, let's get into some reality TV because we got to get going, y'all. I got to make my appointment. Oh, my God. Child. Girl, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. I wouldn't want to be with nobody that just got 5 other baby mamas. I would not want to deal with that shit. He must have some good schlong. I'm just saying, he must be like on this shit right here. Child, he must be on that. I don't. What he do? He do because he got court coming up. I forgot. He do be on this, squeezing real hard because he got court coming up for that. But damn, okay. So Cynthia Bailey, child, according to Mr. Housewives, confirms that she'll be featured throughout the entire Ultimate Girls Trip season. So Cynthia Bailey has been added to the roster of women. Okay, you see Vicky Gomerson from OC. Okay, Real Housewives OC. You see Portia there. You see Giselle there. You see Kyle Richards there and all the other ladies from Real Housewives from the other franchises. So Cynthia Bailey will be getting her nice little coin, okay, from Housewives Girls Trip, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as Ultimate Girls Trip. So come on with the double check out here from Bravo, okay? So you go on and keep Lake Bailey up out there, girl, and keep flying in your man who like to be with other men. Oh, did I say that? Too late. But what do you think about that? Cynthia Bailey, child, she'll have a nice little coinage to help her no-name rapper boyfriend fly in from the Netherlands while he's over there eating booty brownies from his man up over there because they say he like men too. So I don't know, girl. Do what you got to do, okay? But yeah, what do you think? So shout out to Cynthia, girl, for another check. Moving right along. I don't care no more. Let's get into Mary J. Blige. The people are saying that Mary J. Blige, honey, y'all know she's on stage. She has a new residency now in Las Vegas. And the people are saying when Mary is on stage, she be looking like she don't want to be there, right? Girl, they said she be up there singing to me, or how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. No, that's Deborah Cox. I'm sorry. Oops. She be up there looking like she wanted to bust out singing Deborah Cox. How did you get here? You wasn't supposed to be here. And people's like, girl, you look like you don't want to be here. You be looking like you have attitude on stage. But Mary said, no, it's not that, girl. I just be so fucking tired out here trying to sing all these old ass songs that I've been singing over 30 years to y'all, up here with these tight ass boots, crushing my bunions and whatnot, you know, dancing on stage, you know, like my bunions is bleeding and whatnot. Y'all know that's how she dance. That'd be Mary on stage. But anyway, so Mary J. Blige responded to rumors that she was uninterested on stage during her tour, girl, right? She said, girl, I'm just fucking tired. Like show after show after show, singing these old ass songs every night. Like that's all it is, girl. Thank y'all for coming to see me, but I'm just a bit tired and whatnot. Let's get into it because she did an interview, girl. All right.
You know what I would like you to address, because this pisses me off.
Shout out to Jasmine Brand.
When I see the memes, because you know you be on stage doing your little, and they act like you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
They say Mary is unbothered. Mary doesn't want to be here. Let me see those memes. And you know what I would like you to address, because this pisses me off.
Ones they talking about when I be
when you be like,
yeah. So let me just say this. Mary looked tired. She got. I'm a curse really
You're
hard.
Need to curse
I was
really
fucking exhausted because I was on the 30th show of 40. Ones they talking about when I be
Rich, I was on the 30th show of 40 shows. Bitch, I'm tired. I done sung this song 30 times. I'm tired.
So you actually were tired.
We was in Chicago or something like that. I was exhausted. I was kind of over everything. And
you were over it, so they was right.
I was just tired.
Okay.
I was tired and I was just kind of, you know. So the 30th show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been working hard all my life. And sometimes you get tired. So for people to be like, oh, she looked tired. Yeah, I was fucking tired. I was.
Fuck you. I was tired. Today I'm
the 30th show. But they always want to be like, oh, this person looked like they tired. Yo, these women out here in this business are working really, really hard. You know, Beyonce has 100 shows. So yeah, she gonna be fucking tired on her 50th show. She gonna her neck, whatever. But they always want to be like, oh, this person looked like they tired. Yo, these women, it's gonna look like she need to stop doing it because she's done it for 50 shows. So everybody shut up with that shit. Yes, sometimes we get tired. It's gonna look like.
So that's understandable, right? But the thing about it is, Mary, you've been in the game for quite a bit. If some of your people coming to see you, your fans are coming to see you, and like smile a little bit. Like I know it's a hard New York persona, okay? Because we love Mary. I love me some Mary J. Blige. Y'all can't tell me shit about Mary. I love Mary. I've been a fan since she first came out. What's the 411? Y'all know how far that go back, right? Okay, like who else was out here with the baseball cap on and the little boots and all that? Okay. Okay, who else had on the Timberland boots and the fitted cap out here with the jersey shirt on out here talking about some "You Remind Me"? Y'all can't tell me that was my album too. I love that. Every song on there. Okay, Mary she set a trend. Okay, she set a trend. Okay, but so we love Mary, and Mary's still out here doing those same dances from what's the 411 album, and we love her for that. Okay, she does have a new boot line. I'm not gonna touch it, Mary, because you need lower them prices, and I love a good thigh high boot, baby. But baby, spending $2K on a bunch of boots. We just not gonna do that. But thank you, Mary, for still out here touring. Y'all know she does not have to pay alimony anymore to her pig nose ex-husband, Ken Do Isaacs. Okay. She don't got to pay him no more. That $30,000 a month. So all her money that she's getting on tour goes to Mary. She can do what the hell she want to do now with her money. Hallelujah for that. But y'all have anybody going to see Mary yet? Y'all know, like I said, she does have her residency coming up in Las Vegas, where she's gonna be getting more coins. So I'm happy for her that she's still relevant in the game, that she can still tour and people still come out to see her for sellout shows. That's huge for her, right? I love that for Mary. So shout out to her, honey. She's been doing this thing for 30 or some odd years. That's a blessing. That is a blessing, because you know, child, after a time, people don't check for you no more, but people still like that. They still singing her songs, "Do You Remind Me," and all those songs. Like, Jesus Christ, Mary got hits on top of hits on top of hits. I love. Somebody said no, not going. What the hell for Mary? Let me get some comments. Y'all like, yeah, no, Cameron, we're not going. It's so sad. Oh my God. Pip said, yeah, I ain't ready to make it. No, sorry. Mary White says, I love me some Mary J. Blige. She's doing Mary the Bomb, okay? She's still doing them old ass dances, but she is okay. And she look like she about to fall. That's Mary. Like, Mary, get it together. You dance like a drunk auntie out here with them damn boots on. He said you love Mary, but you ain't coming to see her. Said she needs some Dr. Shows up in her boots. Is that what it is? Her feet be hurting. That's why she dance like that. She do dance like her bunions be bleeding, though. She do. She dance like them damn bunions be cracking and bleeding up in there. But thank you, Mary, for your contribution to the music industry out here, girl. Okay, we still love you. Now, somebody that we don't love no more. I was trying to give his ass the benefit of the doubt, little leprechaun looking ass. Little Todd over there. That's why Candy's divorcing your ass now. See, I was liking you, Todd. At first, I was saying it's Candy's fault, but it's your fault since Candy said you're not helping these kids out here. All right, that she got to call down there to the Feed the Children Network and get some food for her kids out here, because you won't pay no damn child support and help with the kids out here pretending to be daddy daycare and you ain't doing shit. Okay, but let's get into it, child. Candy kids about to be on the Feed the Children Network commercial, because Todd won't help her pay no damn child support over there for these kids that he wanted while they were married. But now the Candy went down there and filed for divorce on his ass. He's like, fuck that. I'm just going to tour the world, and I'll do a couple videos on Instagram for daddy daycare so people see I'm with the kids occasionally. But really, I'm out of the country. That's really what's given. But shout out to Todd for still not doing shit. Okay, he's courtside over there with LeBron and them at the game and whatnot, with his ass supposed to be over there helping Candy with them kids so she could be on Broadway sounding like a billy goat. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. That's Candy over there on Broadway, child. Like, oh, girl. So this is Todd over there with LeBron and them. Okay. Yeah, this Todd over there with LeBron and them at the game, child. He got money to be at the game, but he ain't got no money to be over there helping Candy. Okay. He's zooming in at the game and shit. Right. He's zooming in at the game. Look at Todd. Being the loser that he is. Let me go ahead and talk to you, Todd. Being the loser that Todd is, okay? This is him over there at the game, while Candy's over there on Broadway sounding like a damn billy goat, trying to pay the bills over there because Todd won't help her pay for the nanny that Candy said she got for the kids over there. He ain't paying shit, okay? He getting dressed and going to the game. He over there beachside, poolside, and everywhere else side, child. He over there running with the thought monsters and everything he can damn do to make Candy pissed off, because he don't want to help Candy do shit since he's mad that she publicly embarrassed his ass and told people he ain't paying shit. Okay, he ain't paying no lights, gas. He ain't bringing in no groceries. He ain't bringing in no bacon. He ain't doing shit. So she's out there running around like a runaway slave out here, child. The Underground Railroad, over the ground railroad, and everywhere else trying to find a coin here and there and every damn where. And Todd ain't doing a damn thing but sitting over here at the game waiting for LeBron to come by so he can get a signed T-shirt and sell that on Amazon so he can get a nice little bag so he can do what he want to do, right? Because he ain't bringing in shit either. But what do y'all think about this, Todd?
When your boys don't want to spend money on tickets.
Man, I hope you seeing this so you can get it to your lawyers. You get this to your attorney.
When your boys don't want to spend money on tickets.
You bragging, your boys don't spend no money on. He got floor seats. That means you don't spend your child support on floor seats. Candy, do you see this? Yeah, I'm snitching on you, Ty. Yeah! LeBron. He's zooming in on LeBron. Yes, sir. You be zooming in on the kids. Come on, bro. Get the jersey. Flexing over here at the game and over there. Candy. Take that down. We'll get him. What do y'all think about that? His sorry ass. Oh, lying leprechaun. I hate a lying leprechaun. And that's exactly what you giving. But let's move along. Nigga, you got money to spend for floor seats at a game to go see LeBron? Because I know them tickets was not cheap. I know them tickets were not cheap, nigga. You listen, Candy, get all the money you can out of Todd, okay? Every dime you can. Let your attorneys know he ain't doing shit out here. But let's get into Heavenly Child. Okay, Heaven, this is the best you ever look, girl. I don't know who your stylist is, but shout out to them for doing their big one. You still got a big forehead though. You might need some bangs a little bit. Tell them to give you like a little swoop or something, like a Aaliyah swoop. Okay, yeah, you need an Aaliyah swoop for that forehead, child. But anyway, let's get into Heavenly with her annoying ass. Shout out to Live Bite.
And a lot of people were saying like Heavenly, you don't have any political experience, right? I can talk forever. You don't have political experience, right? So I'm like, half the people in Congress right now came in with no experience, right? But you know, as an African-American woman, we know we have to be better. We have to come up with credentials. And so I started stating my credentials. You know, I ran businesses in every county of the district. I have understood.
Are these the same ones that got shut down? You had a beauty care, what is it, a beauty supply store business, and that won't even open 3 months. Does that count? Does that count? Does that give you any type of credentials to be in politics? I didn't think so. But
I understand small businesses. I'm educated, double HBCU graduate, all of the things. I've been a doctor for over 25 years treating patients. I've been doing all of the things for years. So I'm uniquely qualified, but I think I'm qualified in a sense that I've seen both sides. I know what it's like to be on free lunch and that be the only meal I have in a day. I know what it's like to.
But you didn't want to talk about that because you said you were embarrassed until Quad told you to talk about that and it will make you look better in your campaign, right? We talked about this already. So now you're doing this. Oh, I grew up without, any lunch. I had to get free lunch. You said you didn't want to talk about being on food stamps or government assistance because you're embarrassed and how people will look at you, not realizing that the people that you're trying to represent, going through, trying to be in Congress, those people also went through that and are going through that. And they need to figure out how they can, live better and how they can get a better lifestyle, kind of like you're living. So you don't want to sit up here and be embarrassed for something when you are going to have those same people voting for you and representing you, right? So if you're embarrassed to talk about your life and the things that you went through, maybe you're not a great candidate for this type of campaign.
Be on WIC and food stamps. And honestly, it's a lifeline, if you will, because I knew that if I could get through this challenging time, I could do better, right? So that's what I think when I see my little brothers and sisters and stuff and such. And when I see them and I say, you know what? I came from Overtown. I came from, the hood, if you will. I can inspire little girls. And no, I'm not, Dr. Jackie. I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm not going to always, and I say be perfect, but I'm me. And I'm not comparing myself with anyone else. But my weaknesses are sometimes I get overwhelmed with trying to portray that I have it all together, and nobody does. Nobody.
So why you don't show that on Marriage to Medicine? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that you're not perfect and you always try to portray yourself as somebody who has it all together. It's the same with your marriage. Your marriage is not perfect, and the rumors are swirling that your husband do be stepping out with Becky's, but you would never talk about that. You will never talk about that. You will never talk about whose infant that was in the cabinet. You say your husband drink that because he's lactose tolerant, and we know that's a lie. Okay, it's 1% out there. There's almond milk. There's all these different types of different alternatives that he can use. But infant who he's out here buying high ass infant because he's lactose intolerant. Like you don't want to talk about your son dealing with the situation with law enforcement where he tried to hit a police officer on Georgia State University. Why you didn't talk about that? You can educate mothers who are dealing with problematic children, sons to be exact, and how they should deal with that. And you as a mother who's dealing with a problematic child, you don't want to talk about that because you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed about your flaws or things that you go through in your life, especially with your children and your family. You don't want to talk about those things because you have this image to where you want to appear to be perfect. You don't want to talk about your daughter leaving college to come home because she had a little mishaps. We talked about that. In every situation that you've been through, someone else is going through that and they're trying to figure out a better way. How do I get out of this? So you could be the spokesperson heavily for those types of things since you want to be in Congress so bad. And really what that means for you is that transparency is definitely needed as related. You're not transparent. You don't want to be transparent. And that's not good for you in terms of being a person in Congress. I don't feel like I'm not voting for you. I already said I don't fool with Heavenly like that. I'm just not fooling with you like that. And anybody else that's a fan of her, be a fan of her. I'm not trying to tell anyone not to be a fan of her. I'm just saying from what I see, I don't feel like you would be a great fit because you're not a person of transparency. You're not transparent. You lie a lot, Heavenly. And they've even said it on the show. You do. You lie a lot. You're a mean girl. I feel like your intentions a lot of the times are not great. And I just feel like you want to be in Congress more so for the clout and attention that it brings. That's what I feel. And that's just how I feel. I'm sorry. Well, I want to hear no more what you got to say. We're going to move on. Let's get into, is this my last one? Yeah, it is. This is my last topic. This is like a little ha-ha. So this lady here, this is so funny. This lady here, she be trying to hook up like what is it like matchmaking. She has like this matchmaking online show that she does, and these guys call in and they kind of give their description of the type of women that they're looking for, and she kind of do like a little interview with these guys. But this particular guy called in to her matchmaking show, and he gave his age, and he didn't appear his age. He looked older than the age that he gave her. Her name is Kendra. You guys may have seen some of her videos. I thought this was so funny. I'm gonna share this and then we gotta go. But he went off on her and proceeded to call her out and even like insulted her on her show because he looked older than the age that he gave her. This shit was so funny. Let's get into this. Shout out to Be Witty Funny. Let's go.
How old are you, Deshaun?
29. What's the problem?
You didn't hear the question.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You said where I'm from. I said Detroit. You said how old are you? I said 29.
No, yeah, I said how old are you?
I said 29.
That means how many years have you been on Earth?
I'm 29 years old, you fucking bozo.
29?
Yeah. Hey, I know, girl. I know you ain't trying to go there with the rings because you without no makeup on, you're hideous. Like, don't play with me because I can go there. I'm trying to be nice. That wig, bitch, like, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Kendra.
Yo.
Please don't do it.
Ray, how old are you, Deshaun?
29.
Oh, my God. All right, let's freeze frame right quick. Do he look anywhere close to 29? 39, maybe. All right, add 10 more years. 29, hell no, okay? That's why she was like, when he said 29, that's why she was like, maybe you didn't hear the question. Let me rephrase the question. Like, how many years have you been on Earth? I don't think she should have said it like that. That's what pissed him off because it made her feel this big. But tell me, put a one in the chat. Do this man look like he's 29 years old? If you saw this man on the street, would you be like, oh yeah, he is totally 29 years old? Put a 1 if he looked 29, put a 2 if he looked older than that. This shit is so funny. So I said 49, right? Thank you, TLC. He definitely do not look 29 years old. So he got hella offended because she's telling him, bro, you do not look 29. You look older than 29. So how you calling her up to match make you with somebody and you don't even look the age that you're giving her, and then you insult her at that, talking about how she look? How do you know how she look without makeup? and without her added hair, if it's a lace front, I don't know. But why insult her if you calling in to ask her to hook you up with somebody? Obviously, you can't find a woman on your own, so you're calling her for help and assistance in terms of getting you a date or someone to date you. You can't do it on your own because your fraggle face ass don't look like you can get a woman on your own. I mean, you're not fine. I'm just gonna let you know that. You try to insult her looks, and your fraggle face ass is sitting up on her show, soliciting a date. So let's one more time, then we'll go.
What's the problem?
You didn't hear the question.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You said where I'm from. I said Detroit. You said how old are you? I said 29.
No, yeah, I said how old are you?
I said 29.
No.
That means how many years have you been on Earth?
I'm 29 years old, you fucking bozo.
Not bozo. Girl.
29?
Yeah. Hey, I know, girl. I know you ain't trying to go there with the rings, because you without no makeup on, you're hideous. Like, don't play with me, because I can go there. I'm trying to be nice. That wig, bitch, like, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Kendra. Please don't do it.
How old are you, Deshaun?
Dude, like you are fully sitting up here on her show looking like damn Danny Glover off Color Purple. So I know hot damn well you're not sitting up here trying to read her. Kendra looks great. I'm going to say that Kendra looks great right here. You sitting up here looking like damn Danny Glover off Color Purple and talking about you 29. Fully, you do not look nowhere near 29. Like you do not look 39. We can bump it up to like a good 49, maybe 52. You look old in the face. So do not be sitting up here getting mad at her because she's asking you a legit question like 29, because she got to be, hey, listen, if she's trying to find you a date, obviously you got to submit a profile picture. So when she submit your picture to somebody and she be like, oh, he's 29, anybody look at this damn picture gonna be like, he cannot be 29. And now I see why you can't find a woman, because of how you talk to women, right? Oh my God, he is so disrespectful.
29. What's the problem?
You didn't hear the question.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You said where I'm from. I said Detroit. You said how old are you? I said 29.
No, yeah, I said how old are you?
I said 29.
That means how many years have you been on Earth?
I'm 29 years old, you fucking bozo.
Wow.
29?
Yeah. Hey, I know, girl. I know you ain't trying to go there with the rings, because you without no makeup on, you're hideous. Like, don't play with me.
Wow.
Because I can go there. I'm trying to be nice. That wig, bitch, like, don't play with me.
Not bitch.
Don't play with me, Kendra. Please don't do it.
How old are you, Deshaun?
Bro, I'm telling you, you giving Mr. You are giving Mr. honey. When Celie asked any more letters come, and Mr. said, could be not. That's what you giving. Who's to say? All right. And she slammed that knife down on the table. That's what you giving right here. But that's it for our show, because baby, I gotta go. All right, let's stop sharing, because I got to go, y'all. I got to go. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all know I love y'all down so bad. All right, I love y'all so bad. Thank you to my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Olmstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job of modding for me. Shout out to the 313 in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Hype up this video as well. Somebody said 29 in dog years. I cannot. Thank you, Aries Love, for that. Oh my God! Right, any more letters come? Y'all remember when he was? She said that he said at the table. She slammed that knife down, and he said he thought his ass was sliced and diced. But thank y'all so much again. Thank you to my Caramelians. Thank you to all the content creators that joined this live. Thank y'all so much. Y'all know I love y'all. I will be back for midday pop-in, okay? So please keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live, okay? Because I gotta go, for real. I do not want to be late. I despise being late. But thank y'all. Like the video. Also, go over on Rails World and subscribe over there if you have not done so. Mods, can y'all please drop the link for Rails World so they can click and go right on over and hit that subscribe button, all right? Because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers or more, all right? So please do that. And I will see you guys later. Love you guys down. Until the next video. Bye.